Welcome, everyone. Today, I want to tell you a true story. It is not about fame. It is not about money. It is about truth. This is the story of what happens when famous names appear in court files. In our world, we see famous people every day, on TV, on social media, on big screens. They look powerful. They look confident. They look untouchable. Many people think fame is armor. Many people think money is protection. Many people think big names live by different rules. But the law does not see faces. The law sees facts. And when facts enter a courtroom, even the biggest names become small. This story does not start in a palace. It does not start on a red carpet. It starts in a quiet office, a small office with old files, dusty shelves, a tired fan on the ceiling, and a clerk who does the same job every day. His job is simple: read files, check names, organize papers, send them to the right place. Most days are boring. Most files are normal: small cases, small problems, small stories. But one day, a file lands on his desk. It looks like every other file: same color, same size, same stamp. But when he opens it, he pauses. He reads a name, then he reads it again. It is a famous name, a name he has seen on TV, a name he has heard in news, a name people talk about. He thinks this must be a mistake. He checks the page again. The name is still there. Then he turns the page. Another famous name. Then another. His heart beats faster, not because he is excited, but because he is surprised. This file is not a movie. It is not drama. It is not entertainment. It is paper. It is dates. It is statements that must be tested. When a name appears in a file, it does not mean the story is finished. It means the story is starting. In another part of the city, a young reporter sits at a small desk. She is not famous. She does not have a big office. She has one laptop and one notebook. Her editor calls her. "There is a file you should look at," he says. She opens her email. She sees the names. Her eyes widen. She knows these names. Everyone knows these names. But she also knows her job. Her job is not to guess. Her job is not to attack. Her job is not to protect. Her job is to ask one simple question: what is true? She starts reading, page by page, line by line. Some parts are boring. Some parts are confusing. Some parts are very serious. She writes notes. She checks dates. She calls people. She asks for comments. Some people do not answer. Some people say, "No comment." Some people say, "This is not true." She writes that too, because truth is not one voice. Truth is many voices tested by time. Days pass, then weeks. The story grows, not because someone wants drama, but because more facts appear. The public starts to talk. Some people say famous people are always guilty. Some people say famous people are always targeted. Both sides are loud. Both sides are emotional. But the court is quiet. In the court, there are no fans. There are no likes. There are no shares. There are only questions and answers. A judge sits high above the room, not because he is better, but because the law must be seen by everyone. Lawyers stand and speak. They do not shout. They do not perform. They argue with rules. They argue with facts. They argue with proof. Names are read out loud. Some people in the room hold their breath. These names once opened doors. These names once stopped lines. These names once brought applause. Now they are just words on paper. This is a hard lesson for the world. Fame does not change truth. Money does not rewrite facts. Power does not erase questions. Outside the court, people wait. Some want justice. Some want answers. Some just want a story. Inside the court, time moves slowly, very slowly, because serious things should never be rushed. The young reporter sits in the back. She watches. She listens. She writes. She does not smile. She does not judge. She only records what happens. That night, she writes her article. She does not use big words. She does not use angry words. She uses careful words. She writes what is known. She writes what is not known. She writes what comes next. Her editor reads it. "This is good," he says. "It is calm. It is fair." The article goes out. People read it. Some are shocked. Some are angry. Some are confused. But something important happens. People start to understand one simple idea. A court file is not a weapon. It is a process. It is slow. It is careful. It is not perfect, but it is built to search for truth. Days turn into months. Some names disappear from the story. Some names stay. Some questions get answers. Some questions stay open. This is not because the system is weak. It is because the truth is not always simple. In a small house far away from the city, an old man watches the news. He is not famous. No one knows his name. He turns off the TV and says to himself, "Big or small, we all walk under the same sky." He remembers something his father once told him. "Your name is your shadow. It follows you everywhere. If your name is clean, the shadow is light. If your name is heavy, the shadow is long." Back in the city, the clerk sees another file on his desk. This one is normal. No famous names, no big headlines. He smiles a little, not because he likes drama, but because he likes order. He knows something most people forget. The system is not built for stories. It is built for responsibility. The young reporter gets another call, a new case, a new file. She closes her notebook on the old story, not because it is unimportant, but because her job is to keep moving. Truth is not one story. It is many stories, one after another. Let me tell you why this story matters. We live in a time of fast opinions, fast anger, fast judgment. Someone posts a name, someone shares a headline, and suddenly everyone thinks they know the end. But real life is not like that. Real life moves step by step, question by question, answer by answer. When famous names appear in court files, it does not mean the world should celebrate. It does not mean the world should attack. It means the world should wait and watch and let the process work. Because justice is not a race. It is a road, a long road, a careful road. And on this road, everyone walks the same way, famous or not, rich or not, powerful or not. The law does not ask, "Who are you?" The law asks, "What happened?" That is the heart of this story, not the names, not the noise, not the headlines, the process, the search for truth. One day, the reporter meets the clerk by chance. They do not know each other. They sit in the same small cafe. She is tired. He is quiet. They talk about the weather, about work, about how busy the city feels. Then she says, "Sometimes I think people forget how heavy words can be." He nods. "Yes, especially names." They finish their tea. They leave. They never meet again. But both of them carry the same idea. Every name is a responsibility. Every story is a test. Every file is a reminder that systems exist for a reason, a reminder that truth needs time, a reminder that no one is above questions. So, what should we learn from this story? First, do not rush to judge. Second, do not worship names. Third, respect the process. And most important, remember this: fame can make you visible, money can make you loud, but only truth can make you strong. When famous names appear in court files, it is not the end of the world. It is the world doing what it should do, asking questions, looking for answers, moving slowly and carefully toward the truth. This is not a story about winning. It is not a story about losing. It is a story about responsibility. And that is a story that belongs to everyone. Thank you for listening.